How's it going, everybody? Chris Card's back through the mail Monday. 7 returns for you today, including our first return back from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In fact, I'm in Pennsylvania right now as you watch this. I am in Pennsylvania, probably asleep, but nonetheless still in Pennsylvania. Ken Macha back. Ken Macha, who played 6 years in the Bigs as a utility infielder in the late 70s. 3 of those years with Pittsburgh. Also played for both Canadian teams, and we got some answered questions back. How about that? Lots of answered questions back last week's TTMM. Looks like we're starting off this week more of the same. Ken Macha, who did manage the A's after Art Howell left for the Mets job. In fact, in 2006, swept the Twins in the ALDS before being swept by the Tigers in the ALCS. And that was it. He was let go after that end of the year because I guess he didn't get along with players or not. But A's didn't win another playoff series until 2020. Ken says he gets about 25 TTM requests a month, and he says, don't put the cards in plastic as his advice to you guys looking for his autograph. Yes, don't put the cards in top loaders or even penny sleeves because it's hard for some of these old-timers to get the cards out of the plastic. Plus, it's a pain in the neck. Honestly, don't make it any harder than it has to be. Just a couple of index cards to protect the cards and just send them the way they are. Make it as easy as possible for these guys to sign, as we are taking up a lot of their time, and we are very thankful for what they do. And there you guys go. Ken Macha, great way to start this week's Through the Mail Monday off. A manager card, of course. We always pop for the manager cards here. People in the comment section, as well as myself, love our manager cards, and glad to get one signed and back. Let's move on, my friends, to return numero dos. St. Louis, Missouri here with our Alex Trebek stamp here. R.I.P. Alex Trebek, who was a really good TTMer up to the very end. Although some people were kind of annoyed they were bugging him while he was effectively dying of cancer. He still signed a lot of stuff before he passed. And we've got Scott Terry here on an 87 Topps card with his debut inscription. That is for the set. He was traded to the Cardinals in September of that year. Too late, though, for 87 Topps traded card. So I just need that one card signed for the set. Also was nice to sign an 88 Topps and a 90 Topps. He was a righty reliever. He did start a few games. 6 years in the Bigs total. His first year, of course, was Cincinnati. 5 years after that was St. Louis. Still in the St. Louis area. Enjoying his retirement. Playing lots of pickleball. Not quite sure what that is. But a lot of people love it. I think it's a lazier version of tennis. I think that's what I've garnered from my passive knowledge of pickleball. There's information, my friends. Nice to get another one signed for the set. Let's move on to return number 3. Cruising right along here. Next return from Denver, Colorado here. Denver, Colorado. Let's go. Return number 3. And we've got Ty Block here. Ty Block, a current player. That is right. Current player, 7 years so far in the big leagues. 4 with the Gigantes. 1 with Baltimore, and then he spent the last 3 years on the Colorado before signing a minor league deal with the Texas Rangers this year. And don't look now, but he is starting for the Rangers in the minor leagues. Texas Round Rock Rangers, or whatever they're called, the Round Rock Express. You guys can correct me in the comments. Something like that. Taking a stab in the dark here. I know I'm close. Round Rock Express. In fact, I think that's what it is. Anyway, 4-0. Not 4-0 right now, but he's got 4 game starts, 2.66 ERA, pretty low whip. So let's hope he makes it to the big leagues in Texas this year because you know why? He is a TTM dude. He signed my 3 cards, including the first Bowman Chrome card. Very nice return from Ty Block. What else to say about him? Sent to his home, and he sent back. Thank you, Ty. And as I always say with these current players that are playing, and some of these guys are fringe players, let's hope he makes it back to the big leagues. Hopefully his story is not finished. Hopefully he plays some more at the big league level in 2025. Let's move on, my friends, to return number 4. All right, gang, flying right along here. Santa Clarita, California for our next return. And we've got an unsigned index card. And we've got Tim Scott on, as you guys know, one of my favorite 96 Fleer cards. 96 and 97 Fleer, great autograph cards to get signed. Great cards to get signed. Of course, they all look a little washed out, but they look cool signed. Tim Scott here, 7 years in the big leagues, 4 with Montreal, 4 with San Diego. Also played for the Giants and the Colorado Rockies. He was a reliever for the entirety of his 7-year career. Didn't start one single game. Second-round pick of the Dodgers way back in 1984. Tim Scott. 1992 Donruss, the Rookies subset. Of course, the Bowman card from 93, I think that is. Or is that 94? 94's got the weird wavy B in the top left corner, I do believe. Love getting those Bowman cards signed as well. Nice return from Tim Scott. Let's move on, guys, to our next return. Next return here is from Spokane, Washington. Way up north of me and a little bit east. And we have Dan Bardello, a former first-round draft pick of the Dodgers back in 1978, a catcher. Never did play for the Dodgers. Made his debut with the Reds, as you see. April 11th, 1983 is the inscription. In fact, I think 83 was probably the only year he started as a catcher, mainly a backup after 83. Went on to play with the Padres, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and, of course, Montreal. Coached in the Cardinals organization for many years, and also the Rocket City Trash Pandas over there in Alabama. So somehow he got from Alabama to Spokane. Nice return from Dan Bardello. Signed two of my cards from my sets. Nice return from him. Let's keep it rolling, guys, with our next return. All right, friends, Mid-Island, New York, our next return with an return address label on it from Frank Tadino. Frank had an 8-year career. Started with the Yankees, 5 years with the Yankees. Also played for the Braves and the Brewers. Signed an index card. Answered some questions. There we go. That's right side up. Nice signature from Frank. And we've got a 74 Topps Braves team card. Also signed by Sonny Jackson, as well as a 74 Topps base card signed for my set. The set videos will make a return soon, eventually. Be patient. Taking a break from them just because I've been so busy. Frank Tadino, who was a utility infielder, outfielder. He played every position, was a pinch hitter. Wasn't really great at anything, actually. His numbers weren't great, but he did play 8 years somehow in the bigs. Went on to become a firefighter after his playing career was over. How many autograph requests do you typically receive in a week or month? He says 15 to 20, and I asked him if he had any pet peeves about autograph seekers. He said, no, not really. It's always fun opening up fan mail. Best, and he signed it again with his nice loopy autograph. Very nice autograph from Frank. And always great to get answers like that back. Loves the fan mail. Great to hear it. Went on to become a firefighter after his playing career was over with. In fact, lost many, many friends in 9/11. Did go out in 2001 to throw out a first pitch for the Yankees in the playoffs that year. I do remember that. Frank Tadino, nice return from this dude, an Italian with a hard-to-say last name, Frank. Nice return. Let's move on, guys. We got one more to go. All right, gang, final return is a football return from St. Louis, Missouri. All right. Still have some football ones out there that are trickling back, and you will see them on Through the Mail Monday. We've got, looks like, some information back on a pamphlet of some sort, and we've got Curt Warner. Curt Warner on a signed, looks like a signed testimonial here, kind of, sort of, card from Curt Warner, 2017 Hall of Fame inductee, 2000, that's Super Bowl 34 MVP and champion, of course, with the Rams taking out the Titans in a real slobber knocker, 23-16. Here you guys go. There's some more information. He did not sign the rookie card I sent him. He did send back a signed card of his own. It looks like an actual signature. Does not look like auto pen or a stamp. So it sounds like he just signs a ton of these, and this is what you get when you ask for a Curt Warner autograph. Nice return nonetheless, and always good to get a Hall of Famer, especially when that cost is $0. Of course, he had a great career. 94 Green Bay Packers. He was on their practice squad. Didn't even make the team. In fact, he was a graduate assistant in northern Iowa before his Hall of Fame football career even took off. Iowa Barnstormers after that in the indoor football league before actually making it into the NFL and playing some real games after his stint in the indoor football league. Pretty cool return from Curt Warner, and that is it, my friends. Through the Mail Monday, 6 baseball, 1 football. Put it in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's returns. I am in where am I at? I'm in Pennsylvania right now. That's right. I drove across the country. Took 8 days. Left on Sunday. Got here on Monday, which is now today. Left last Sunday. So, like I said in the previous video, 3 weeks ago, I guess it was now 2 weeks ago now. Had a couple of these. Needed to make like 3 videos in one day just so I wouldn't break my streak of 332 Through the Mail Mondays in a row. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I do this every week, as I just mentioned. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this week's returns. And, of course, here is the haul. Nice looking set of cards here. A few cards signed for the set. And like the video as well. That'd be great. Nothing else to add. I hope everyone out there is having a great time. Of course, we are now in June. And kids are getting out of school this month. Man, time is flying. Man, feels like the rain just stopped, and I'm finally getting some nice weather. And now it's we're already heading into June. Baseball season's as crazy as ever. I've been watching my Metropolitans, of course. Hopefully they're still doing good as I'm making this video. They just barely won 1 game against the Red Sox. They got the Dodgers coming up, so I know this is a little out of date, but that's where I'm at right now in my life. So hope I'm still doing good in a couple weeks, and hope everyone out there is doing great. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. See ya.